What is up, guys? Charlene FX, your favorite female trader, back with another video. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If it's not your first time, thank you for coming back. Thank you for supporting all my subscribers, all the likes. I truly appreciate it. I know I'm not the most consistent. I'm a busy woman, but I try, okay? But every time I drop something, I drop a banger, right? I drop something that I know is going to provide enough value to help you guys get through your trading journeys. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about something that is very near and dear to my heart because I am a Forex mentor, right? Not a guru. I don't like to look at myself as a guru. I just look at myself as a mentor because I like to teach. I like to see people, learn from me. I like to see people avoid the mistakes that I made and see them flourish, progress, and grow off and become Forex millionaires, okay? So on this video, I'm going to be talking mostly about the issues that I see a lot of people having when it comes to mentorship, when it comes to learning the craft of trading, okay? Biggest issue that I see, as you can tell from the thumbnail of this video, is people that buy courses or have people that they call their mentors, and they don't do what they're being taught to do. A big issue with trading nowadays, or has always been an issue with trading, is just discipline, right? Discipline is the biggest thing. If you have discipline, you have everything you need to be a successful trader. But if you don't have that discipline, if you don't have that consistency, then you will never become a successful trader. I'm sorry to tell you, you will never succeed at it, okay? And only 10% of traders succeed at trading. That's a very, very tiny number compared to the amount of people that are out there that are actually trading, okay? So understand, guys, that when you are starting your trading journey, everybody kind of goes down the same path, right? We all look on YouTube. We look for free courses online, or we'll start looking at the paid stuff if we're not getting anywhere. We'll look for people to mentor us. We'll take a few in-person classes, a few boot camps. We'll buy signals. We'll do whatever we have to do to learn and try to make money as trading, because that's the end goal, right? That's the end result we want to have, is to become profitable. But the ones that take the route of learning on their own and studying, it's tough for some people to do what they're told, okay? Me in particular, I have hundreds of students, okay? And with the way that I teach, I'm very direct. I'm very passionate about the way that I teach. I'm a little rough around the edges sometimes, but it's all in love, right? I only want to see my students succeed, right? And something that irks me the most is when I see my students doing something that I know, either one, I don't teach, or two, that I know is like something that I teach not to do, and I see them doing it, and then it's like, well, you're coming to me for help. You're telling me you're struggling, you're doing this and you're doing that, and you can't, find any type of consistency, but you're not doing the things that I have taught you to do, right? I'll have people that, purchase my course, and they'll come to me in like 2 weeks and say, hey, I need a one-on-one, and I'll go and I'll look in my back office, and I'll look at the course and say, you're skipping around, or you've only watched this much, or you've done this much, and it's like you haven't done the work. So, what do you want me to teach you? You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult to help somebody when they're not willing to put in that work. They're not willing to put in that study time. They're not willing to really put in the time and the effort and the dedication that it takes to really understand just the basics sometimes, like the basics. And I can tell just by certain questions that are asked, certain issues that certain people are having, I immediately know what they're doing or what they're not doing, right? I've been trading for almost 5 years now. I'm not an expert trader where I know every single thing about there. No one does. But I know enough to know, like, listen, if you're doing this, this is what you're doing wrong. If you're doing that, this is what you're doing wrong. So discipline is huge, okay? If you have a mentor, guys, stick to your mentor. Stick to what you're told. And give it time. Give it time. Too many times I see people, don't have any patience. They don't have any patience in the market, and they don't have patience with themselves when it comes to learning, right? They're studying a course. They study the course for 3 weeks, and then they try to do what they're learning in the course, and they're losing. And then they're like, well, shit, it doesn't work. This strategy doesn't work. This mentor doesn't know what they're talking about. You know, you got to give things time. You have to let things progress. You have to let things grow. You have to learn to take baby steps and to be patient with your learning, with the learning curve, with everything you're doing. You can't learn something just overnight, especially trading. No one learns it overnight. You have to give it time. There's too many moving parts. There's too many variables. There's too much going on for you to learn, especially if you're a beginner, for you to be out here, you know, jumping in with both feet when you haven't even tipped your baby toe in the pool. You want to jump in with both feet when you don't even know what you're doing. Okay, a lot of the time I see a lot of new traders are following what they see other people doing, right? Because it's okay to do that in the beginning because you're learning. Like, we've all made those mistakes in the beginning. We've all copied what other people are doing. We're trying to do what that person's doing. You know, this person had a 10K day, so we're trying to have a 10K day or better, you know, and we just started, right? You're comparing your chapter, 3 to somebody's chapter 42. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't. This person that's having those 10K, 20K, 40K, 50K days, weeks, or months, trust me, they put the time in. They put the study time in. It's not the lottery. Trading is not, a scratch off. You can't just throw money and whatever happens. Like, you have to learn that it takes discipline, and it's like you're making calculated moves based on a certain level of confirmations. Okay, that's just plain and simple. That's what you're doing. You're taking the knowledge that you have from prior data, prior information, and you're applying it to what's happening in the real time currently. And you're trying to predict what you think is going to happen. Now, being that the market is, like I always say, a creature of habit, it's going to do the same things over and over, but you got to know when to get in, when to get out, when to stay in, and when to stay out. And that's just a piece of it. That's not even everything that it encompasses. So if you're out here just, oh, you saw this person take this trade and they held it and they made this much. Well, the next trade I take, I'm just going to hold it and it better run to the moon. Guys, come on. You have to stop wasting money. Stop wasting money, because that's what you're doing. When you enter the market and you take a trade, or you buy a new course, or you take, signals, or you do this, or you do that, you're investing your hard-earned money into this thing. So if your money means something to you, you work your 9 to 5, you bust your ass, and you're taking this little bit of money that you have and you're trying to grow it into something bigger, you got to cherish it, right? You got to respect that money. Respect it. Realize that you worked for it, and you don't have time to just be throwing money away. You could be a billionaire. Nobody likes to lose money. Nobody likes to lose money. So if you have somebody that is experienced, that is knowledgeable, that is available to you, accessible to you, and they're willing to help you, get past that learning curve or shorten your learning curve even just a little bit, it's going to help you in the long run. So why not just take that time to let them do that? Listen to your mentor. Letting them help you and teach you is detrimental if you're not willing to be patient with yourself. I hope I said that right. Okay? But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is you're investing your money into people and into products, and you're thinking that, oh man, if I buy this course, it's a jackpot course. I'm gonna be profitable like that. If I take that in person from this person, I'm gonna be profitable. That mentor has a Ferrari or a McLaren or a Bugatti, so they must know what they're talking about. So I'm gonna buy that course, and in 2 weeks, I better have my Bugatti too. It doesn't work like that, guys. I'm so sorry to tell you guys. If it was that easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it, and they're not, right? Everybody's not profitable. Majority of people lose. So how is it that that person winning and that person's winning? You know why? Their work ethic, the time that they put in, the effort that they put in. And now you get to a point where you're trading such a large account that a loss doesn't hurt you at all, because you're profitable. You know what you're doing. You could take 10 losses in a row, but you get those 1 or 2 wins, and it's going to eat up all those losses and give you profit on top of that, and then some. But the difference is a lot of people just don't listen. Y'all just don't listen. Like, I have students like new students that come in and they tell me they want to trade US 30, or they want to trade 50 different pairs, or they want to trade every single session and they want to catch 100 pips a move. And it's like, what do you think this is? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I attribute it to the lack of like experience and knowledge that they have, because the less you know, the more mistakes you're going to make. So the more knowledgeable that you become and you start learning more about the markets, then you start understanding that certain things you just can't do. You have to find out who you are. Who you are is going to reflect on the type of trader that you want to become. So when you learn that, it's not feasible to trade every single session, every single day, to take every single setup that you see, to try to catch 100, 200, 300 pips or points on every setup, you're going to see that these things are not the norm in the market. So you're going to start kind of dialing it back a little bit. And you're going to be like, okay, this is what works for me. This is what I like. This is what I see. This is what I'm better at. And then you slowly start to progress at that point. But if some of you want to go from 0 to 100 overnight, that growth part in between all that is, you're trying to rush it. You're trying to get to that bag overnight when you got to give yourself time. It's levels to leveling up, guys. It's levels to leveling up. You don't level up in one giant leap. It takes time, guys. It takes study. It takes discipline. It takes money. It takes willpower. It takes dedication. It takes tenacity. You got to have all that in a ball in you every day for you to wake up every day and tackle these markets, right? I always say traders are a little bit crazy, right? For us to wake up every day and throw money away, okay? But you got to know that there's a different side of that. There's a different possibility there's endless possibilities to what could happen if you do the right thing, right? But you have to listen to people who've already been there. How many times did, we grow up as kids and our parents told us, don't do that, don't go over there, don't do that, this is what's going to happen to you. And we think we know better, and we think we're smarter, so we go and do it, and boom. You bump your head and your mom is looking at you like, I told you not to do that. I told you that was going to happen. So a lot of times as a mentor, when I hear my students, some of them new, some of them not, tell me certain things, I'll just be like, oh, okay, cool. You just started trading, but you want to trade gold? Okay, cool. Oh, you want to trade US 30? All right, cool. What's your account size again? Oh, it's $200? Okay. You want to trade US 30 though? Okay, got you. Okay, let me know how that goes. And I used to kind of get on them, but now I realize that, okay, you got to let them fall. You got to let them, because you have to let people make their own mistakes. You have to. You can try to keep them from it, but they're not going to learn, right? They're not going to learn if you hold their hand through the whole journey and you don't let them, fall and bump their head every once in a while. They're never going to learn. It's about life. You have a kid and you never say no to your kid. You never beat your kid for anything. They're going to go through life thinking that everything is great. There's no consequences to my actions. So that's how it's going to be when I get out in the real world. I'm going to do whatever I want and no one's going to tell me no. And no one's going to pop me when I do something wrong out in the real world. And then they're going to get out there and do some messed up shit and end up in jail or end up with their ass beat or something. And they're like, well, damn, how is this happening to me? When I grew up, my mom and dad never did this for me. They never told me no. Who are you to tell me no? No, this ain't mom and dad. You're not at home no more. You're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. You in the real world. So now when I have my students and I see them doing things that I'm like, I did tell them not to do that, but you know what? They got to learn. They got to learn. Let them. Just take the training wheels off the bike and tell them, go down that hill. You want to ride down that hill at 50 miles an hour on this bike? Go right ahead. I'll see you at the bottom. The bike may make it before you, but I'll see you at the bottom. That's how you got to be. If you're a mentor watching this and you have students, trust me, it's stressful. It's stressful trying to steer several different people in the right direction, and you have some of them pushing back. And then you have a lot of people that don't just have your style of trading. They have other courses and other people that they go by and they study, and they're implementing all these different things into their strategy, trying to find what works for them. So I'm not saying you have to stick to one mentor, one strategy, but I'm saying on the flip side of that, give it some time. Give it some time for you to say to yourself, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Where am I going wrong? What am I not doing, or what am I doing that's causing me to make these mistakes and to continuously lose? What can I do differently, right? How is it that this person is trading the exact same way, but they're profitable and I'm not, right? Sometimes it takes just looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, well, what am I doing? What's causing me to be this way, right? Am I trading when I got shit going on in my personal life? Because that's not good, right? Am I trying to mix several different strategies when that's not a good way to trade? You can't be a scalper, intraday, and a swing trader all at the same time. You can try trading all those different styles, but is that who you are? You know what I'm saying? I always like to say, if you're the type of person that's, you live a fast-paced life, you kind of in and out, you kind of like to do spontaneous things, you kind of live life on the edge, you kind of, you like to be fast-paced life, scalping is for you, right? Because you don't have time to be sitting in one place forever, right? But if you're more laid back, you're more calm, you're more patient, you can, like to just chill, swing trading could be for you, right? Because who you are in life as a person is who you are on the charts. So if you're disciplined with your life, if you wake up every day at this time and you eat this breakfast at this time and you're at work at this time, or you have your shoes lined up, uniform, and you're a very disciplined, structured type person, you're going to be like that on the charts. But if you're reckless and you just out here doing whatever and you just, I don't give a damn, I'm just going to do whatever I want and just whatever happens, happens. That's how you're going to be on the charts. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you can teach yourself to be a chill person, to relax, to be patient, to be disciplined, to be determined, and these are things that can be taught, right? Things that can be acquired, right? Then anybody can be successful at trading, but a lot of us don't have it within us. We just don't. We don't want it bad enough. Some of y'all just kind of want success. And I know some people like that in my life. You just kind of want to be successful. You don't really want it because you're not willing to do what it takes to be successful. You got excuses for everything. Somebody says, hey, I want to start a new business, but I don't want to market. I don't want to cold call. I don't want to hand out flyers. I don't want to buy those supplies. Too much money. I don't have money. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have time. That's the biggest excuse I hear all the time. I don't have time. I don't have time. What about I don't have time? What the hell are you so busy doing? If you want something bad enough, guys, and this is my motto in life. If you want something bad enough in life, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it. Whatever it takes to get it. If you have to wait a year, 10 years, if you have to work 8 jobs, if you have to sacrifice, watching TV, going to the gym, time with your kids even sometimes, time with your spouse sometimes, if you have to, get a part-time job, whatever it takes, you're going to do whatever you have to do to get what you want. If you want it bad enough, you're going to do whatever it takes. If you don't, you're going to make an excuse. Oh, I don't have time. I have my job. I can't leave my job. I need my job. I don't have time. Oh, I got the kids over here. Yeah, I don't want to take time away from my kids. So yeah, I can't do it. Oh, damn, it costs that much? I don't have the money. I just can't. I don't have the money. It's too much money. You have an excuse for everything. If it was that easy, everybody would do it. So if you want something bad enough, do what the hell you got to do, because nobody cares. I'm here to tell you, nobody gives 2 shits about your excuses. You have to want it bad enough. Nobody wants it more than you. Whatever it is that you want, nobody can want it more than you. If you want that car, nobody wants that car more for you than you do. If you want that lifestyle, nobody wants it more than you. If you want, that job or that career, you want to achieve that goal, nobody wants it more for you than you. So you got to work towards it. And when you make excuses, oh, okay. You didn't really want it. You just kind of want it. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Most likely, it ain't going to happen because no one's going to hand it to you. No one's going to hand you that new car. No one's going to hand you that business that's already booming. No one's going to hand you, you know, the talent or the skills at that hobby. You got to work at it. You got to work your ass off, guys. But first, you got to listen. You got to watch the people that are already there. You got to surround yourself with people that are doing better than you because they know something you don't. They have certain knowledge that you don't. They know the game already. They can give you tricks of the trade. You ever ask yourself, why do rich people stay rich and broke people stay broke? Because rich people know the game. And guess what? They only share those secrets with the people in their circle. So put yourself in that circle. But you got to get there first. That's a members only club right there. You got to be a member, exclusive member. And it's by invitation only. They're not letting just anybody in there. Nah. You got to be somebody. But how do you get there first? You work for the things you want. You stop making excuses. If you don't like your job, then quit. If you can't quit, find a way to help you be able to quit soon. But nobody cares about your excuses. See, I like to say this. People that complain about, you know, because you hear it all the time. I hate my job, I hate my boss, I hate my coworkers, I don't want to work here anymore, I want to find another job, this and that, this and that. But they make all these excuses, but they're still there. You're still there. That same job that you hate is paying your mortgage, it's paying your rent, it's paying your car note, it's paying your insurance, it's paying your kids' daycare, it's putting gas in your car, it's feeding you. That same job that you hate is providing, you know, your livelihood. But you got all this time to complain about how you don't like it, but you're not willing to put that same energy into creating a different route for yourself. And what kills me the most is people say they don't like their job and they want to leave, but let them get fired or let something happen where they lose the job or they quit and they don't have it anymore. You're going to put all your energy into finding another fucking job. Just so you can find yourself in the same situation that you were just in. And all you did was circle the block. You might have a different boss. You might have different coworkers. Pretty soon, you're going to have the same issues. So what are you going to do? Same shit, same result. Different things, different result. So be more disciplined with your trading. Be more patient. Listen to your mentor. If your mentor says you just started trading, you shouldn't be trading gold, you shouldn't be trading US 30, fucking listen. If your mentor says you only got $50 for a trading account, well, damn, that's kind of small. Save up a little more. Maybe get 500, maybe get 800, maybe get 1,000 if you can, because it's very hard to build up a small account. If you have a small account, it's okay. Everybody doesn't have, you know, money to just throw at trading, but it's a lot harder to, you know, trade and see something with such a small account. To me, anything under $1,000 is a baby. Well, that's a real baby account, but at least 1,000, I say, at least 1,000. $1,000, you can see traction with that. Anything less than that, it's hit or miss. So know that, guys, your mentors are not against you. You profiting and becoming a good trader doesn't take away from them. It builds them up, if anything, right? If I have a ton of students that's killing the markets, I must be doing something right, right? So it doesn't take any food off someone else's table to see you succeed and do well. So just know that, well, if they're good mentors, I don't know about all of them, but if they're good mentors and they're genuine, they want to see you do good. They care. So if they tell you something, it's for the good. It's not because they want to steer you in the wrong direction. But just know that when you're given, you know, advice or knowledge about something, you got to take it seriously, because if you're serious about this journey that you're on with trading and you're dealing with someone who's where you want to be, I would take that seriously. I would take that seriously. If Mark Zuckerberg was sitting in my living room right now and he said, Charlene, Don't do this, 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 and this. Do this, this, and this. Guess what? Everything he told me not to do, I'm not doing that shit. I'm doing everything he told me to do. Because he's where I want to be. He knows what I want to know. He has the knowledge. He has the experience. He's been there. He knows the pitfalls. He knows the obstacles I'm going to face. So why would I not listen to him? Why? If the person that you trusted, you paid money to, you gave your time to help you with something, is giving you advice about something, and you're not listening to it, why did you pay them in the first place? Why did you come to them in the first place? You should have just go about your business, do your own shit. Don't buy no more courses. Don't attend any more, nothing. Do your own shit, because you know more than that person. And this is me being real, being honest, being frank with y'all, because I see it all the time. I did it. And you know when I became profitable? When I stopped doing what I want to do and listening to my mentor. When I looked at my trading account and I saw all red, nothing but red, I'm like, shit, what the hell? Okay, he told me do this, this, and this. Let me just do this, this, and this. Then I started seeing a lot more blues. And guess what? The more blues you see, the more you start to believe. The more you start to dial in. The more you're like, oh, okay, this is something here. There's something here. Your confidence starts to grow. Your belief starts to grow. Now you're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what you were taught to do. Unfortunately, some of y'all will never get there. That's just the cold, hard truth. Some of y'all will never make it because, and it has nothing to do with trading. It's more to do with you. Those battles that you deal with yourself. The inability to build up the discipline and the patience that's required to be a good trader. To wait for your setups to come to you. To not over leverage, to not over trade, to not break your rules, to not rush into anything. Some of us don't have it, we'll never have it. And then we keep buying these challenge accounts thinking that if I have 100,000 or 300,000 account, it's gonna suddenly make me a profitable trader. No. Same trader you were with your little $500 account, that's the same trader you are with that $100,000 account. Same way you blew that, you're gonna blow that one too. It's no difference. It's no difference at all, guys. But until you learn that, until you're able to implement these things and to give yourself time and to be patient with your learning, with that learning curve, and to just follow what you're taught, that's when you will find consistency. When you have structure and discipline in your life, in your day-to-day life. Because once again, how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you are in your life is how you're gonna be on those charts. If you got all your ducks in a row, you got money saved in the bank, your bills are paid, your credit is spotless, right? You're not tripping off nothing, your spouse is happy, your kids are good, you're healthy, you're going to the gym every day, you're doing what you gotta do, guess what? Then you're gonna have that same structure and discipline and positive outlook on the charts. You're gonna wake up every day with that positive mentality that I'm gonna win today. And even if I lose, no loss is ever truly a loss. It's a lesson. I'm gonna learn why I lost, and I'm gonna remember that for the next trade that I take. And you're gonna brush it off. You're not gonna let the loss bother you because you know you're following your rules. You're listening. You're remembering what you were taught. You're following all these things. I could follow all my rules, guys. And if I lose a trade, I'm good with it because I follow my rules. Only time I get mad about losing a trade is when I break my rules. That's the only time. Losses don't even faze me anymore at all. You're gonna get to that level of trading where your losses will not faze you. I'll take a loss and I'll post it on Instagram and people will be, oh, it's okay, it happens, this and that. I'm like, why? Do y'all understand? This is not my first loss or my second or my third. I've been in this game. I've been taking losses. It's cool. I'll take losses in life. When you take losses in life, people pat you, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna come out of this like shit. You know what I've been through in my life? This ain't nothing. I'm good. That's how you gotta be. You gotta let things roll off your back, because you know on the other side of that, you know what you gotta do. You know losses are a part of the game. But if you follow your rules, them wins are gonna come. And they're gonna be pretty too. Beautiful. Beautiful wins. So you gotta respect it, guys. Respect the charts the same way that you respect what you got going on in your life. Because they mean just as much. They matter. You're getting up every day, risking your money, your hard-earned money. Give it the respect it requires. All right, y'all, listen to your mentors. All right, listen to what you're taught. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Stop trying to do everything by yourself. If you invested your money, your time into someone, give them a chance to help you. Give them a chance to teach you. If they tell you something, listen to it. That's it. If you're not listening to it, it's because you think you know better, think you know more. And if that's the case, okay, go right ahead. When you're ready to listen to me, you'll come back around again. I'll be here waiting on you. All right, y'all? So that's my video for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram, CharleneFX. Catch y'all on the next trade.